Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we are looking at the top 10 Pokemon World Championship battles that we want to see in Journeys. But all of these battles don't feature Ash. Some of these battles are to give us some world building and just show us what other important trainers are up to. But I'm not alone for this video, I'm joined by a very special guest.
Hi guys, I'm Aleximo and a huge thanks to Niall for having me on this video. It's not often that we get to see PWC battles without Ash in them, so this is a super fun topic to cover. If you prefer Ash battles though, don't worry, because you can check out my channel where we cover the top 10 battles we want to see Ash take on. With that out of the way, let's get into the video.
So starting us off in number 10 is Iris versus Alder. I love the idea of this battle. Iris was obviously introduced as the new champion of Unova, just like her Black and White 2 counterpart. But this begs the question, what happened to Alder? We never saw him dethroned, and if Iris is a champion level trainer, we can assume she will be competing in the Masters 8 or around that sort of level. So just before Iris levels up to the Masters 8, she gets an ultra class challenge from the man himself, Alder, wanting to take back his title. Out for revenge. I would love this. We could get a few flashbacks and backstory to what actually happened. Maybe they previously battled and that's how Iris became champion. There's just so much story to dive into here and I'd love to see it.
Back in episode 34 of Journeys, we met Bee, and it was implied that Karina had suffered a brutal loss to her. Later in episode 85, we found out that they'd actually become best friends, so naturally it only makes sense for Karina to challenge Bee to a rematch after so much time. We've seen Karina continue battling, so she might be in the Ultra class and be ready to face Bee in a rematch. Although another match between Mega Lucario and Gigantamax Machamp may feel way too similar to Ash and Bee's battle, and feel kinda boring, so we ranked this battle relatively low at spot number 9.
In number 8 we have Brandon versus Palmer. We have another battle here which I just really love the idea of Frontier Brain versus Frontier Brain, and arguably the two strongest brains from each frontier. I spoke about why Brandon needs to return a little bit over on Alex's video, so definitely check that out, but this just adds to the point that bringing back this guy would give us so many story possibilities. In Advanced and Diamond and Pearl he played such big roles, and it's a shame we haven't seen him since. And then there's his opponent Palmer, who is of course Barry's dad, which brings even more continuity and more references to be had. And he was introduced in Diamond and Pearl and he's a pretty strong trainer alongside his Rhyperior. So this wouldn't just be good for storytelling, but it would be an amazing battle between two powerhouse trainers. We could even see Ash and Barry meet up to watch this battle together. And then after Brandon beats Palmer, this makes Ash want to challenge Brandon again.
At number 7 we have Kiawe vs Gladion. Kiawe has been training with Olivia since last we saw him, and that training is bound to have made him strong enough for the Ultra class. As for Gladion, he's literally traveling the world right now, so I have no doubt he's entered the Pokemon World Championships. After these two battled in the Alola League, Kiawe had declared that they have started a new rivalry and promised he'd win next time. With the PWC on our hands, it's time for this next battle to take place. Whether Kiawe could win this time or not, I'm not sure, but it's sure to be an amazing battle.
Taking the 6th spot is Lance versus Claire. This is a dynamic that we keep hearing about, but we've never actually seen them on screen together. Both Lance and Claire have links to Ash, and then there's links that Claire have with other fellow dragon trainers like Iris, and we've also had a link between Lance and Raihan. So all the dragon trainers seem to have this real camaraderie, they respect and support each other, and the fact that Lance and Claire are also cousins makes this dynamic even more interesting. This is a battle that we have to see. Both of them have been major recurring characters throughout the anime. Lance is yet to have any real development or battles, despite being said to be in the Masters 8. Of course, excluding the introduction battle he had with Leon. So this could be an ultra class battle, where Claire is trying to climb the ranks, and only Lance stands in her way. And Lance would win, which would prepare Lance for his first Masters 8 battle, which we talk about over on Alex's video.
Now let's start heading into some Masters 8 level battles, and I want to talk about Diantha and Steven's possible battle. Both are strong champions that are more than capable of joining the Masters 8 if they so chose to participate in the championships. Last we saw them, they had battled together to save the Kalos region, showing their equal strength. With two equally strong champions on our hands, they have nothing else to do but then to have an all-out battle in the Masters 8. A clash of Mega Evolved Psychic-type Pokemon would be an amazing fight between the two champions. Personally, I think Diantha would take the win, but it could go either way.
Coming in number 4 is Cynthia versus Tobias. So Cynthia is back in Journeys and she is a part of the Masters 8. But before facing Ash or any other big trainers, I feel like she really needs a proper battle reintroduction. In Diamond and Pearl we saw her battle the likes of Paul, Lucian and Flint, and now it's time to give her the battle that would make the most sense. Cynthia, the champion of Sinnoh, against Tobias, the Sinnoh League winner. This would give us plenty of answers to where the hell Tobias has been and what he's been doing. A guy who comes and wins a championship in the way that he did would not disappear overnight. He would be the talk of the Pokemon world, and he would be up there as one of the strongest trainers. However, I do think it's time to put him in his place, and Cynthia is the champion to do so. He would put up a good fight against her, but ultimately Cynthia would win, even with him bringing his Darkrai. I'm not sure on the rules for the Pokemon World Championship. Maybe they would introduce a legendary cap, but I wouldn't want him to just have a whole team of 6 legendaries. That would be boring to me. Seeing his Darkrai and maybe one new legendary would be exciting enough, but this battle would be awesome for both Cynthia and Tobias and really give us a conclusion to Tobias' story. In third place is Alan versus Steven. Another matchup which would be incredible to see, as these two have very close links in the XY series, so what better than having them dupe it out in the Pokemon World Championship. That could either be in the Masters 8 or an Ultra Class battle. Either way would work, but I think in the end Steven will win, because Steven has to be there in the last 8 in my opinion. He's one of the strongest trainers and I would love to see him get far in this tournament. The battle would be an awesome showdown between Megas, Mega Charizard taking on Mega Metagross, and it would have a lot of continuity and story to XY, and of course the Mega Evolution Special, which is where Alan actually met Steven. So this battle just makes so much sense on a story level and would set up the future and wrap up some of these characters' stories so perfectly.
Number 2 on our list is Raihan vs Piers, which is actually a battle that canonically happens in the Champion Cup of the Sword and Shield games. Piers would be an amazing character to introduce into the Masters 8, proving you don't need Dynamax to be a strong trainer. Of course, I doubt he would use Mega Evolution or Z moves either. It would be interesting to see what Piers thinks of Ash, a trainer boasting 3 different gimmicks. But back to the battle. Piers and Raihan are the top 2 gym leaders of Galar, and it would be great to see them go all out in the PWC. Obsidian going toe to toe with Gigantamax Duraludon would be an amazing battle to watch with top tier action and animation. And showing Raihan beat another strong gym leader would also show us why he's worthy of being Leon's rival. This battle needs to happen in Journeys and would be a perfect way to introduce Piers.
But taking the first spot is Leon versus Cynthia. I believe this battle needs to happen, and I believe it will happen. Arguably these two are the strongest champions we've ever had. Other than Steven, I don't think any other champions come close to these two. Leon is of course the strongest at the minute, who has the title of World Monarch. So Cynthia is going to want to challenge him for the crown. I'm not sure how it's all going to fit into the top 8 tournament, because there's so many battles that we want to see. Maybe this will just be a pre-tournament exhibition, because we've got to see Ash versus Leon and then Ash versus Cynthia. So there's so many matchups that we need, but this one right here, they need to find a way to fit this in somehow, because a battle between champions would be epic. And in the end, although a lot of people will disagree, I think Leon would beat Cynthia. Everything is set up for Ash to take down Leon, so in the end I don't see him losing to anyone before facing Ash. And even him beating Cynthia is good for the story. It's good to build him up even more and show just how strong he is. But this needs to happen. It needs to be a 6-on-6 and it needs to be epic. That's why it comes in at number 1 on the list. So that's it for this top 10 list. Let us know your thoughts. What battles would you like to see? And a massive thanks to Alex for joining me on this video. Be sure to check out his channel. He has a lot of great unique content, and of course check out the top 10 video we did over there. But that's it for now. Please like and subscribe for more Pokemon anime content, and I'll see you next time.